Back here, we're continuing our fun with our friends from SeaWorld and Aquatica, and Chuck is back with the stingrays. Now, Bahama the flamingo is just off
She's
stage.
over there resting, but we might hear her. She's a little show hog, but that's all right. That means she's comfortable. She's calling out to us here.
She's a cutie, too. And obviously, you're comfortable talking about these. Stingrays are fantastic.
Love talking about these animals. That's what SeaWorld and Aquatica are all about. We want people to come out, learn about these wonderful animals. You know, a lot of the animals that you'll see at SeaWorld and Aquatica were actually born there. We have a very, very successful animal breeding program. These animals were hatched at one of our SeaWorld parks. You can reach out there and touch them. Just connect with them. You can feel how soft and velvety they are.
Exactly the words I'd use, yeah.
It really is. A lot of people ask, are they slimy? They're not slimy whatsoever. Take my hands out, I don't feel anything.
Right.
It's just they're really, really velvet, very, very smooth.
I would not expect them to feel like that. And they're basically made out of cartilage like a shark.
Yes, they are closely related to sharks. They have no bones in their body. They're cartilaginous fish. And a lot of times people might get the misconception that they're teeth, that they have teeth. They're also called bony plates, but again, they're not bone. They're made of cartilage. They're benthic feeders. They'll feed on the bottom of the ocean. They'll suck up crustaceans and mollusks, use those bony plates to actually crush them and swallow the meat.
And, you know, we've heard a lot about these rays over the years, the spine on the back, that can be dangerous and has injured and killed people. I mean,
you know, every animal has to have its defense mechanism, and they have a tiny little barb. I liken it to a fingernail. It's not at the end of the tail. It's where the tail actually meets the body, and they use that for defense. Now, because they're out at Aquatica and SeaWorld, there are no predators there. They don't need it, so we simply just trim it back gently, just like trimming back our fingernail, provide a safe experience for our guests to get up close and touch and interact with these animals right here.
It's so great. They're so playful looking.
They really are. They're great animals, and you can actually find these down at the Texas coast, and it's a great reminder that we need to not trash where we splash. You know, you see these animals, you appreciate the beauty of these animals, and you realize that, hey, they're down at the Texas coast. I'm going to pick up my trash. I'm not going to dump the oil down the drain, because that's eventually going to end up down there.
Good lesson. So what do these guys have for lunch?
What do they have for lunch? Well, our guests at Aquatica can actually get in the water and interact with them. They can feed them different types of fish and shrimp. You basically put it between your fingers, put it underneath the water. They'll swim over, and they'll suck it up just like a vacuum cleaner and swallow it.
And well-educated, I'll bet, when they see the human hand go into the water. They're like, hey, there's food there.
They know. And these animals are conditioned. They understand. We spend countless hours interacting with them and getting them used to being around people. So when they see guests out at Aquatica, it's no big thing for them.
Let's run a bit of the images from the video that you told us about of the facility out in San Antonio. If you haven't been out there, I mean, look at the size of this thing. 250 acres, you said?
Well, actually, SeaWorld is 250 acres, and Aquatica is inside of that. It's an additional 20 acres right there. And, you know, there's something for everyone, from the serene to the extreme. We have 42,000 square feet of white sand beaches you can lay out and get your tan on. If that's not your thing, you might want to have those extreme thrill rides. We have something called Walhalla Wave. It is a zero-gravity ride. It actually takes you up this huge wall, and you feel weightless for a couple of seconds. It's absolutely amazing. So lots of experiences out there. There's something for everyone. Like we were saying, the toddlers. There's Walkabout Waters. It's an interactive play area for the toddlers. So again, it's something for everyone, from the serene to the extreme.
It sounded fun too, getting your hands literally wet and getting them right, you know, in with these fish. I mean, I don't know where else I could do that.
Well,
do you know? I mean, other than the Gulf Coast, maybe.
That's right. And then, you know, those animals down there aren't conditioned. We spend countless hours. We have a crack team of zoological experts in everything you can imagine, from marine mammals to fish to aviculturists who take care of the birds. And our sole job is to give the best possible care. And I will brag on our company. We give the best possible care to these animals. No one does it better than SeaWorld and Aquatica.
There's been the odd critic who said, look, it's just a big water zoo, you know, and the animals are in captivity. But as you pointed out, a lot of them are born there. They don't know anything else.
The majority of them, majority of the animals at our SeaWorld parks were actually born there. And that's something, again, it's a testament to the great care, because if an animal is comfortable in their environment, they will reproduce and bring life into that environment. We've got 60,000 animals in our SeaWorld parks across the nation.
So fun, Chuck. Thanks for coming in and showing us all this. I'd love to get my hands dirty or wet, you know, process storytelling. This is just great.
SeaWorld and Aquatica, it's just an hour and a half down I-35. Come on out and see us.
All right, Chuck, appreciate it. Good deal.
Thanks for having us.
KXAN News at noon. We'll be right back. Stick around.